Welcome back. Well, Frank Gehry is here today. He is running for the Orange County Supervisor position for the 5th District, which for many years has been held by Pat Bates, and she's moving on.
Right.
So you're one of the candidates for that position. Nice to have you on.
Thank you very much. Appreciate being here.
You have quite a background here in Orange County, from Mission Viejo to the OCTA, to the Foothill Transportation. It's a long name, the toll roads.
There you go.
But you've been involved in quite a lot here for quite some time, haven't you?
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. It started off with AYSO and Little League, like so many people, and next thing you know, I'm on the Recreation Commission in Mission Viejo, and 3 elections later, I've been doing it for 10 years now, and had just a lot of fun. We've got a great city in Mission Viejo. We're the safest city in California, and public safety is just huge for South County. And a couple years ago, my colleagues put me on the Orange County Transportation Authority. So for an engineer, it's kind of like a playground to be working on all the infrastructure projects, especially with South County, because there's so many improvements going on over the next 10 years. It's going to be a great place to be a supervisor and a great place to be active for the next 10 years.
Speaking of the improvements, since you're on the OCTA, and you will remain there if you become supervisor, am I right?
Correct. All the supervisors have a permanent position on OCTA. So if I'm elected,
oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah, if I'm elected, I will be on for the full 4 years or 8 years or however long I serve.
Okay, there's a lot going on in there. People might be asking, I know you've been on before with the OCTA. They might be asking, hey, where's this money coming from?
Yep.
Is this going to cost me more tax dollars? Have we already paid for this? Where's it coming from?
It's a great question. The residents of Orange County have already paid for all these improvements. They're through the Measure M2 quarter-cent sales tax, or half-cent sales tax that we voted in a few years ago. So no more taxes. Everybody's already paid for it. We're just now in the point where we're doing some of the improvements. I think South County's been very patient. A lot of people have seen improvements going and taking place north of the Y.
Right.
This is our decade. This is our decade. So we've got 2 major projects going on. The first one is the widening of the 5 freeway near Pico, down in south part of the county. Anytime anybody's driven to San Diego, that's where you stop.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
We're putting $300 million in, and we're going to be fixing that over the next several years. Then in 2 years, we're going to start the El Toro Y widening. We're going to add a lane in each direction, and we're going to take the carpool lane where it comes together, and you have 2 carpool lanes, goes down to 1. We're going to extend that from El Toro down to Alicia, and it's just going to improve traffic flow tremendously. So a very exciting time for South County over the next few years, and I'm looking forward to help shepherding that and making it go as fast as possible so we get those improvements in place.
All right, very good. And you work with Caltrans on that as well, obviously?
We do. There's a partnership between Caltrans, the Transportation Authority, and a few other small agencies. But a lot of Caltrans work is the environmental, but the bucks are coming through the Transportation Authority. We're the ones who paid for it, and we're the ones getting the benefit.
All right. Public safety is always on everyone's mind. And one of the concerns is what some people might be calling the dumping of state prisoners to the local level. We've heard all about this, whether it was had to be done, maybe it could have been averted. It's here.
Yes.
What's your take on this and working with the OC sheriffs and the OC jails?
Well, you hit the nail on the head. It's basically the state of California is sending a lot of their criminals locally so that they look better. We don't have too many prisoners. We send them to the local level. It's probably the biggest thing the next supervisor is going to have to work on. I'll start off with Mission Viejo. Mission Viejo is constantly ranked the safest city in California, and it's not by accident. It's because of a partnership with the Orange County Sheriff's Department. We have some internal programs, and we have a lot of cooperation among our cities. So, excuse me, it's a big problem that we have to work on. What I would like to see more of is making sure, well, first off, we're expanding the jail over in Lake Forest, the music jail. That will be taking place, so we'll have some housing for the less serious criminals, so we'll be able to handle that. But really what it's going to come down to is even more partnering between the different cities in South County and the Sheriff's Department to make sure we're on top of tracking all these people, especially for people who go through early release. So there's going to be a lot of work that needs to be done there. I'd like to tell you that it's over, but I think that the state's going to be sending more and more people down. It's one of the reasons why the programs that I've put in place, and we're only talking for a few minutes, but the programs I've put in place have earned me the endorsement of Sheriff Hutchins and District Attorney Rackauckus. So they're putting their faith in me and their name on the line for me, saying Frank's probably the best guy for public safety in South County. So a lot of work to do, and it'll be a big focus of my time on the Board of Supervisors.
Speaking of public safety, the Board of Supervisors just recently passed what's called Laura's Law. And this deals with court-ordered treatment for mentally ill. And this was endorsed by some people who have had children that went through this. One of them was Kelly Thomas's father. What's your take on this?
No, I think it's a good step. I think that people in government need to try different things and then see how well they do. Sometimes we in government get so worried about making a bad political decision that we paralyze ourselves. I like the idea. I'd like to see how well this will benefit us, identifying people, especially with that have some mental illness, and see if we can get them in there and maybe be a bit more proactive on the treatment side. So I'm looking forward to seeing the results of it and how far, how much benefit it can handle. Plus, so many people tell you that a lot of the homeless people that are in Orange County and California, and a lot of others, there's a mental illness issue that needs to be addressed. I think by expanding the ability to identify some of those folks and getting them early treatment is only going to help us, be preventative. And I'll give you one example. In Mission Viejo, we have an after-school program called Kids Factory. And what we do is for each of the schools, we have a young adult there that kind of supervises helping with homework, kickball, playing games and things like that. It costs the city a little bit of money, not too much. But what it does is our after-school mischief time problem is almost non-existent. So we have put a preventative in place that costs a little bit of money, but for every dollar we spend there, we're saving $5 or $10 down the line. I think something like Laura's Law will be similar. We spend $1 here, but we'll probably save a lot more in the future.
All right, very good. We just have a minute left. So talk quickly about the financial stability of the County of Orange, assuming that you get elected. We all remember it was quite a few years ago, but people don't forget, that the county went bankrupt at one time. How are we doing now?
There's no doubt that that everybody's seeing the economy improve and things are getting better. Now's the best time to put people in office that are real strategic financial thinkers. I have the benefit of having an MBA, which helps me with the financial discussions. There's going to be a lot of work that needs to be done on pension reform. There's going to be a lot of work that needs to be done in streamlining agencies. There's a lot of overlap. I'll give you one example. I would like to see Orange County push a Buy Orange County type program where we give preference to trying to get local businesses do more business with the county, and that includes outsourcing. If we put all those things together, I think we could save quite a bit of money and help make things a little bit better for all of Orange County.
All right, very good. If you'd like to learn more about Frank, frankforoc.com is his website, and election's coming up very, very soon, June 3rd.
June 3rd.
So you remember, you're in the 5th District here. That's the one you'll be voting on. Thank you very much for joining us today.
My pleasure. Thank you.
All right, good luck to you. We'll be back in just a moment. Going to take you out to Mission San Juan Capistrano.